Hello everyone, this week I'm launching my podcast, the Okiki Podcast, and in celebration of that, I wanted to give you my top 4 female-led podcasts that I love to listen to. Number 1, On Purpose with Beadon. My history with Beadon is that I was heavily into her YouTube channel. She ran a very successful YouTube channel for quite a few years actually, and just in recent times has switched over to podcasting. On her podcast, she has numerous guests from varying backgrounds, and it's very entertaining. You will love Alex's energy that she brings and just the encouragement she brings. And also on her solo episodes, she loves to give people all the behind the scenes and data of launches she has done of her own products as well. She's also an online coach. So as a female entrepreneur, you will find her podcast both entertaining and very informative. Number 2, Cara, Alwill, Leyba. She has an amazing podcast called Style Your Mind. And she formed this podcast and her business after leaving a corporate job and really going after her dreams. She is an author of 4 books, including her bestseller, Girl Code. And she's been running this podcast for a number of years now. What I love about her podcast is that she likes to talk about business, being a female entrepreneur, mental health, and health and wellness. So if you want a variety of topics to cover as a female entrepreneur, she's definitely a great one to listen to. Number 3, Brown Ambition. This is a podcast led by 2 hosts, Tiffany Aliche and Madison Woodruff. And what I love about this podcast is that they are both experts in finance and money management. So as an up-and-coming entrepreneur or just someone who's trying to make the best of their finances, they have a lot of advice to give. Tiffany Aliche has her own business outside of this podcast called the Budgetista, where she has helped thousands of people get out of bad financial situations. So these ladies really know what they're talking about. Number 4, last but not least, the Gold Digger Podcast by Jenna Kutcher. I got into this podcast only a little while ago because I kept seeing so many recommendations about it. I had no idea what a force this woman actually is. Her podcast, the Gold Digger Podcast, is as if you're taking a workshop. She has so much knowledge on how to launch podcasts, grow your email list, and social media marketing, and she brings on amazing guests as well. But I actually learned so much from her solo shows, and with almost 100,000 downloads per episode, you know this is worth plugging into. I find her genuine, authentic, and very down to earth, very relatable, and she really makes it quite accessible. So if you just want to have some free education from someone who's done it and done it very well, I definitely recommend that you tune into the Jenna Kutcher Gold Digger Podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I really hope you check out my podcast, the Okiki Podcast, making inspirational people known. And if you want to know where you can access that, click the links above. I have all the platform links of where you can tune into my podcast. Be sure to tune in and subscribe, and if you love it, leave me a rating as well. See you next time.